Welcome back to News Tonight. Well, it's that time of the year again to bell the cat. Over 2.4 lakh students are expected to take the big exam that's set for tomorrow. But authorities are playing it safe this year since a little virus did cause some damage to the cat last year. Our education reporter Krishnamurthy finds out how authorities are ensuring that there is no repeat of last year's online exam fiasco.
It was seen as a path-breaking move. CAT decided to hop onto the bandwagon of online exams in 2009 after conducting the test in the traditional paper-pencil format for 33 years.
It's always a surprise to write CAT. CAT will always give you some surprise.
And sure it did. The Union HRD Minister Kapil Sibal came in for a lot of criticism after technical glitches at the exam venues left some of the students' future hanging in the balance. Some servers were slow while some didn't show the question paper. As a result, the exam was rescheduled. But this year, CAT administrators pro-metric are taking no chances. All the exam venues have been taken care of well in advance. All efforts have been taken to ensure that the systems are intact before the start of the exams.
Oh, last year it was worse. One of the reasons they cited last year was that systems weren't cleaned. There were viruses and they were interfering with the running of the test software.
Students though seem to be prepared not just to give the exam, but the way to give it too.
I don't think it is much of a problem because last year we have come to know about how it was. Like we had an experience once, so I don't think it will be a problem this time.
Glitches in the online CAT exam came in as a rude shock for many students last year. They only hope that this year their dream doesn't turn into a nightmare. In Chennai, this is Krishnamurthy for NDTV Hindu.
And S. Balasubramanian, the director with the Time Institute here in Chennai, joined us in our studios and told us that the glitches in the online exam will not act as a deterrent to CAT aspirants this year.
I would say that students are in a far more relaxed mood than one would expect them to be, because they've been given a lot of reassurance from the IIMs, a lot of positive action has been taken, and students are generally more expectant. They're looking forward to the examination rather than being as tense about it because of the technical glitches that they faced last year. Is at least the systems to begin with are going to be clean, and the only software loaded is going to be the test software, so that automatically removes a lot of unpredictable problems that could come up. Secondly, they've broadened the test window from 10 days to 20 days, so that definitely reduces the load on the system, including on their central servers. I mean, so the whole process is going to be less loaded at any point in time, so that will definitely make it more possible to have a error-free examination this time. Just take it easy, don't get too tense. When you face difficult situations in the paper, just don't blame it on yourself. Remember that it could be because the paper itself is difficult. Go in with very simple, actionable goals. Don't go in with any target number of questions to answer. Just try to read all the questions and answer only those questions that you know and you think you can handle. Don't push yourself beyond the limits. Don't take unnecessary risks. Play safe where you're really unsure.
Well, a valuable tip there to those who are going to be attending that exam tomorrow. On to some national news now. The Supreme Court has cancelled the bail of former Satyam chief Ramalinga Raju. Raju was granted bail by the Andhra High Court in August. The CBI, which is investigating the Satyam scam, had asked for Raju's bail to be cancelled. And cancelling of that bail of Ramalinga Raju and 5 other accused in the case, the court has set a deadline of 8th of November for all to surrender. The Apex Court has also asked for the Satyam scam trial to be completed by the 31st of July next year. Back to news from the city. The Mallar Hospital, a brand acquired by Fortis Healthcare in early 2008, completed its rebranding exercise today with the Health Minister in attending. The hospital unveiled its new corporate identity and brand logo, and that reflected its changed persona. Our reporter Zoya Thomas caught up with the CEO of Fortis Healthcare, Bhavdeep Singh, in this exclusive interview.
Okay, let's talk about the acquisition. Now, definitely this is much more than a rebranding exercise. There's going to be a lot of changes. It signals a huge change. Apart from revamping and upgrading the hospital, what kind of big changes are we expecting?
Well, one of the things to make note of is that this acquisition took place 2-3 years back, and when our principle, our design principle, when we acquire a new location, is that it's not just about buying a hospital or collaborating with someone to take over a hospital and putting our name on top. I think what's important to note is what's happened over the last 2-3 years. Is we have done a tremendous amount of work, as you just mentioned, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of investment, technology, medical equipment, to upgrade the hospital so that now it accurately A, represents the Fortis brand, okay. B, it represents good quality healthcare that Indians today have come to deserve and expect.
Right.
And so by virtue of that, apart from adding the infrastructure piece and the technology equipment that I mentioned, we've added a lot of doctors.
Brand value of any hospital lies in its doctors, and Malar has always been known for its top-notch doctors, whether it's the neurosurgeons or the gynecologists. So how far have you been able to retain the best?
We've actually, you know, what's happening here is that as the Fortis brand is gaining strength around the country and momentum around the country, we held on to most of the doctors that were here originally. And I think what's really a matter of great pride to us, that from the time that that Fortis got involved in this building, in this hospital, our revenue has more than tripled. It's more than tripled, and our occupancy levels have gone up substantially. And it's with those doctors. What we've done is we've given them a better infrastructure, we've given them technology, we've given them best practices, and we've complemented them with additional doctors, new doctors.
Well, coming up on the bulletin, if there was one thing that Paul the Octopus couldn't predict, it was one of his own fate.